our audio issues are fixed now. Sorry for the inconvenience in the first two games. We did try to work with what we had, but hopefully this resolves the issue. It's more than likely an international interconnection issue we've been working on, but hopefully now there are no issues left. But yeah, minute 4 with 3 kills on the board. So far so good for the Dire. It's Kalmychata. Off to a decent start, at least in terms of those last hits, but Melesh getting caught here. It should definitely not happen. Yoi coming in with the Earth Shock. A few more of those right clicks on the mid lane, X and E. And of course the Bounty Hunter's setup coming out from Not Me. Will lead to the Storm Spirit dead. As long as they can delay that level 6, they're going to be happy campers. But as night is about to... the river is going to become dangerous. But yeah, so far, in terms of the Rin CQ and UI race, both carries have a kill on their notch. So, basically head-to-head on the last hits is pretty nice, as Yoi. A little bit deep under the tower, could try and make a turn onto the Bounty Hunter, he will, but it's a little bit of an overextension as Rin CQ is in trouble. Up on the top lane, a little bit of vacuum action. The TP should be dead. As out comes the Exorcism counter. I don't think the Spirit Siphon's gonna... okay, never mind. I'll shut up for now. Fernance is gone as the counter kill, but you're still gonna be mad that Rinseku died of there. A lot of commitments onto the bear, but this bear is smoking something different. I like what he's having for breakfast. As he was just dancing around the lane like a ballerina. Minute 6 as we have 3-4-3 on the board. Kind of a company I have a little bit of beef with due to a small franchise called Halo. But yeah, Haste-Strewn coming out for Not Me. But he's not going to move in to help out the Centaur, who is going to be Ice Path and ripped to shreds the Overpower. And all them Fury swipes is going to lead to Melesh just going down like a pile of bricks. As once again a kind reminder to the audience, we are in a 1-1 scoreboard. Hold on, 4-man rotation onto Norma. And yeah, the Darkseer just does not like all this range damage coming through on top of him. Easy kill on the Darkseer, and an easy sit on the Shrine of Wisdom. And in terms of net worths, on the chart, it's looking good for the Dire. Not stellar, but looking good. Of course, Melesh having a tough time with the Centaur Warrunner so far, but yeah, as soon as he gets those assists with the Stampedes and could farm out a little for himself, he's gonna have a better time. But yeah, his defense is kind of low for now. Disruption coming out from Fernance, but that's not gonna help you. The demon be gone. Exercised by Rinseku and crew.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
In the meantime, we have a little bit of peace and quiet.
The world will hardly notice.
9 minutes into the game, 9 kills on the board. Well, yeah. Quiet gameplay, 9 minutes in. Where's the action? What's all this chill, we're not going to attack each other BS? Well, Fernandes slowly realizing that Ike and Rinsky are coming in aggressively as not me will just shiv the demon in behind. I really said the bounty hunter is going to be the one suicidally dying, but no, it's just aggressive moves coming out from Kalmychata. Easy takedown as they rotate into the mid lane with the exorcism and the metamorphosis. They do have a certain amount of that chunk, 25 seconds to be exact, still to be used on the next tier 1 tower. Not of the exorcism though, that one is going to be a little shorter. But this could still end up with another tier 1 tower. In any case. As after the magic pause, the tower is taken. Yeah, it says so right here in the script. Sub 10 minutes, 2 tier 1s shall go to Kalmychata. Yeah, right on cue. Is Malish at the very same time struggling to recover, but so is Norma, by the way, so it just goes to show Terrorblade and Ursa are just great laners in the game right now. No matter. Shows the capabilities of the players right now. Yeah, Dual Rays in a similar situation, just suffering as he went for the Soul Ring Sanj and Kaya build right now. The Soul Ring is done, but the Sanj and Kaya is still on the way. Most likely, you know, gonna start with the Kaya, then move over to the Sanj. No Witchblade in his build, though. Interestingly enough, you do kind of want that burst build to go into the DP and the Lich, but yeah, because you can't right-click forever. You're gonna be Sinister Gazed as you are gonna be in the mid lane, actually. Not leading to any kind of kills, as UI just finished his Battle Fury, sub 12 minutes. Meanwhile, Rinseku, D-Lance done, and I believe a fully finished Yasha is coming out for the TB. So technically neck and neck is on the mid lane. There's that first catch on the Bounty Hunter. 103 right now for Not Me. Yes, he's gonna proc on Roshan, but Roshan, nah. Good aggro pull from UI. He'll take the attention of the Immortal and then basically kill the Bounty himself. But yeah, as I mentioned, as long as you gather information, your team can make counter moves, and that will lead into Norma's death, as Rinseku will use his next metamorphosis to focus down onto the tier 2 on the top lane. This is a little ballsy coming out from Kalmychata, if you ask me, but if they break it, that could be huge. With triple U's and big plays, but the Macro Pyre and the Demonic Purge, nope, it's not going to be enough. It's not even going to do that much damage. It will take the DP down to half HP, but, you know, at the end of the exorcism, you're just going to heal back up, so who cares? As the Lich getting caught out, vacuum committed, but I don't think Ika's going to die, especially if Not Me looks for the turnaround. Yeah. Admin's still telling me there are chats about the 2-0 scoreboard in the game. No, we are still in 1-1. There has been a slight admin mistake. We apologize, but the score truly is 1-1 for each side, as we are currently in game number 3. We are looking to continue with game number 4 no matter who wins this game number 3. But yeah, as UI is gunning for that Blink Dagger. He's actually pretty close with the bear. NCQ just about finished with the Manta style.
Radiant are scanned. Radiant's middle tower.
Double damage on XNE. I think Norma is once again the eyed up target. Not me coming in with the approach. I hear the exorcism. So does Norma, as he's in the air, thrown in after the surge, and will be ripped to shreds. Stampede committed to just run away from this situation, as Ike and Fernand's face off. The Chain Frost is just gonna bounce into the demon, and it's an easy kill. Flacco trying to just de-ward this triangle as fast as possible, as a massive invasion of Dire Heroes are coming into the mid lane. XNE, exorcism only lasting for 10 more seconds. There's the track, there's the Yules, there's the play, and there's the kill. Breaking the legs, all 4 of them, on the Jakiro. As Rinseku standing by, committing to the second tier 2 tower on the Radiant side of the map, as night falls once again. Just the power of the TB things. As fortification is not going to be committed for this lane, they could just outright walk down on the bottom lane now. 4 towers taken on the top and the mid lane. Clean approach coming through.
Is under attack.
Yo, why? Easy kill onto the Lich.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not me. Going to run away as... Easy wreck down, dual raise. Yeah, just support lives. Support lives don't matter.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
7-11 on the scoreboard. But still, 2K net worth lead for Kalmychata. But Gaben still on the side of TNL. 53 versus 47%, by the way. Not much to show for it, but he's kind of torn. Most likely due to the fact that the bear is getting close to the BKB. But yeah, speaking of the bear, who should be in the Roche pit, a little bit of pressure to get the second tier 1 objective. They are giving away Roshan for this. But yeah, the 5v5 matchup is not going to happen. At least it's not going to happen in the pit. That is not me. Once again, the informational sacrifice of the bounty hunter will happen. We did say you gotta be a little bit willing to be the expendable person on your team if you're playing the bounty hunter here. But the Surge Cocaine UI Bear is not gonna find anything. XNE finding the storm instead with the Stampede. There's the silence, there's the lock-in, but Yowai is on the hill. He's looking to make the turnaround onto the Centaur. We'll find the catch, but we'll look to escape. Sinister Gaze turning it around as Jane Frost is just gonna rip Pooh Bear apart. Yowai is gone. Definitely an exchange. that Kalmychata is going to cherish. I do like the circle coming out from Rinseku. They want this jungle. They want this bottom lane controlled. And then, yeah. All your towers belongs to us. It could lead to even more. But XNE pressuring the mid lane. We'll take out the Shadow Demon. I don't think he's going to go for the high ground.
Is under attack.
But with Fernand's gone, they could just rejoin Rinseku and take out this tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
$90 in, 23 kills on the board.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Right on schedule. As the last tier 2 is about to fall, sub 20 minutes. All 6 outer objectives taken out by Kalmychata. Just showing the power of the
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
TBDP. I'm sure that's a
Dire's top tower.
metaphor for something dirty, but excuse me, I do have a dirty mind. But here comes the high ground push with the Metamorphosis, Rinseku. Committing to it for now. Keeping one Conjure Image up on that high ground, but as the Metamorphosis illusion gets called on, Rinseku gets pulled up to the high ground. He doesn't have anything. Can he sunder something? The answer is nope. Get the hell out of dodge. The Stampede comes out a little... I don't think it was too late. There's no way you can escape that either way. But yeah, Yawai was under vision on the top lane. Easy catch on the bear. Silenced up, called in. XNE is just utilizing his Aghanim Scepter. Spirit Siphon right clicks, but yeah, BKB forced. Bottom tier 3 still taken down to half HP. Kind of unlucky that the vacuum worked perfectly for Norma, or maybe just Norma skills in general. The Tormentor is wide open. On the other hand, they don't have Stampede for 44 seconds. Is it wise to engage with it? I guess XNE and Melesh just do not care. Yeah. I'm still gonna die to the Tormy. Collateral, I guess. The fact that Melesh now has double edge bonus is not bad in the fight at all, especially against the bear. But yeah, not for me. Once again, found and destroyed. Did I mention during the draft that this is going to happen a lot? It was XNE facing off against Yawai. It's a little bit of a rush situation, especially due to the fact that the bear has the amplified damage. Out comes the Enrage, as it is mitigating a lot, but it's not going to be enough. The Crypt Swarm. XNE just playing the DP perfectly, and even so, he wasn't really worried. He still had the Aegis. As the 2 position 1s are neck and neck in terms of the farm. I think TNL are surely realizing that this map is closing in on them pretty fast. Kills on the 22 minutes on the board. With 26 kills actually on it. Slowly but surely, we are going to get our decisive team fights. As tempers are definitely rising, but not me once again on that exploratory journey with the bounty hunter. Not so sure. This group up coming out from TNL, they could be readying themselves up for a smoke, but it will have to be a counter since the Dire are already on it. Will they actually run into Yawai? I think they're just gonna miss each other. Or they're thinking that Yoi is in the outskirts. Yeah, they are. Yep. Yep. Missed opportunity. Oh well. It's not me revealing on the bottom. Could be the counter smoke initiation coming through. Rinseq on the top lane. With that information in hand, TNL. Could they find any stragglers? They're just avoiding each other, going clockwise on both teams. I'm ripping my hair out. I'm gonna go bald. If it worked for Gorksy, it will work for everyone else. Malish. We need to just get out of here, but I'm gonna get stomped instead. Out comes the Chain Frost onto Fernandes. The disruption. It's more of a nuisance than an actual save. Onto Ike he goes. He will find a little bit of a munchie, but not me. He's gonna take out your Y. As 3 die on the side of TNL. It's a plan gone up in smokes. As it looks like Kalmychata are gunning for that 2-1 scoreboard. But with them actually having 2 points versus TNL's 1 point. Once again, the admin is apologizing profusely in my ear. But yeah, there's been a slight error. Here comes the ball lightning, as with the BKB. He's just gonna ride it back and forth on Rinseq. He's gonna play him like a flute. Taking out the TB with ease, and yeah, that's all she wrote. Sacrificing your position 1 for a tier 3. Kalmychata. It looks like they're gonna be happy with it. As Ike going for the Chain Frost Gambit. We'll take out Flacco in exchange. We'll blink away and attempt to escape. It could still work, but with Melesh coming from the other side, yo, why is just losing? Supports left and right. He's like, oh no. Yeah. I'm just not having a good time. Ike once again putting out the Spire just for the slow. Out comes the Stampede. Sinister Gaze as he's waiting for backup to arrive. Xene's finally here. Spirit Siphon. The attempt at the TP. Yep, it will be successful due to the BKB. Wise Ursa down to 6-second BKBs. He will need to go for the Refresher Orb eventually. Putting him back up to 12 seconds, that would be nice, but... And the double enrage, obviously, as Rinseq. Oh no, silenced up. Not like this. Oh, there's the Sinister Gazer. Oh! The PTSD. He died almost at the exact same position in the previous game. Just, you know, he was on the other side and he was playing Puck. This time he's playing Storm, and he's going to get caught out once again as there's an Enraged Bear trying to run away from Xene. The DP with the Exorcism is looking to push into the high ground. They have the power for it. They could just go with chasing TNL to the high ground and then rotate into the Roche pit. Nice and comfy. Xene and Rinseq taking on Roshan. No counterplay attempt coming out from the Radiant. As Roshan is currently offering Ladies of the Immortal and a little banner, which no one really wants to take. Roshan's banner ignored. That makes me sad. It's not me. But a little bit of help from Ike will take out Fernance. Support pickoffs are now possible due to that little item. And the Sinister Gaze on the Ice Spire. But yeah, keep an eye out on Rinseku every time he puts out the Orchid, or someone almost definitely will die. Because of course we're in the tier 3 territory of itemizations. In the neutral zone, everyone's just building those Gale Guards. More than likely due to the fact that they're just Baldur's Gate 3 fans and they like Gale, the wizard, as Ike. Oh, they find the Storm. I think the 3 of them will definitely be able to kill him. Stampede even committed so that Rinseku can reach with the Orchid. But not me, we'll take the kill. So Ray's once again gone. As out comes the Macropyre play onto Xne. They're looking to counter move. On with the play as Yoi looking to BKB. The Yules went out on him, but it's not effective since he has that BKB. Thunder committed onto the DP so that Xne can just blink forward and go in with the Exo. But yeah, Chain Frost down on the bottom, Exorcism and Metamorphosis push on the mid. Rinseku and Xne looking to clean up a bit more. As the wave comes up, there is no hope for the backdoor protection. The immense amount of push that the DP and the TP can do is just insurmountable for Nance. That was the intent of the jump. No Demonic Purge as he does not have it available. Can he place it once it's off cooldown onto Rinseku? He might try. Norma looking to run away. A little bit of reflection. A little bit of pull, but Cardi from the Centaur. Okay, it does leave into a stun. Ball Lightning coming out. Dual Rays wants to do some damage, but once again a Sunder coming through. The Centaur's safe, but with Yoi jumping in, Melesh recommits. They'll take out the bear. This bear does nothing, as Norma is going to be next. They're looking at the Darkseer, as he's not going to see much anymore. All he sees is truly darkness, as XME will reach. And they will take out Norma. No buyback available on the bear or the position 3 of TNL, as Kalmychata are looking to take out the last tier 3 tower. The tippage of Dual Rays, and he's looking like he's going to take it personally, but here comes the Stomp. And Melesh will force out the GG call as they're just disconnecting one by one on the Radiant side. Rinseku and the boys have done it. Coming from the lower bracket will take the 2-0. Rinseku even joking that it's now a 3-0 as well due to the admin mistake. But yeah, Kalmychata take the lead 2-1 in this best of 5 series. 26-13 with a 21k net worth lead. The push power of DP and TB, bro. The push power of DP and TB. But yeah, 31 minutes in, extremely clean. There isn't much to say. I think Norma was just deleted on the laning stage and could never catch back up in the game, despite the build being okay. And yeah, a few mistakes on Dual Rays' side, dying once or twice on those side lanes, and you're basically doomed. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's throw it over to a break. We'll be right back with game number 4 as Kalmychata takes the lead 2-1. seasons of absent for the organizations. What is that even English? So after several seasons of absence for the organization, they are back and they're going for the stride. They are 2-1 over Team Next Level, who came from the upper bracket, but a little bit of disassociation. Norma once again picking up this Dark Seer against the TB. I said last game it didn't work out, but maybe combined with I believe the Batrider, it could work out. Batrider is pretty good against the TB, even on as a position 3. It has been functional pretty severely against TBs in previous patches, that is. But yeah, 739B is a tricky beast, and it looks like teams are trying to figure out their own style. Zexney is once again picking up their Death Prophet for themselves. Melesh once again on the Centaur Warner, and Rinseku once again on the TB. But yeah, as Terrorblade is not focused, it's more about those jumpy, annoying heroes of the Terrorblade, Axe, and the Co-op, and then the supports in the later stages. Kalmychata are leaving options available for Not Me, who did play the Bounty Hunter in the previous game. I don't see why not once again. Or, of course, you can still go for the classic Rubik Centaur lane, although not much really good spells to steal right now from Team Next Level as of yet. But yeah, you do have last picks, so dealer's choice. At the end of the day, you go for whatever you want, and, you know, if you want to counter the Lifestealer and put the Centaur onto position 4, sucks-ish ideas, but it can definitely work. But yeah, with the Beastmaster band, it looks like Team Next Level are thinking along the similar lines, since they themselves were not afraid of putting the Axe in a support position when they played it in game number 1, which is the last time they won, as Kalmychata are going to be picking up the Lich for the 3rd time in a row. In the first game, it was, I do believe, an Ike Ringmaster, was it? I think it was Ringmaster. Of course, our stats page for team stats, meta stats, all the stats, and more. Check out our partner site, Cyberscore, cyberscore.live, and yes, it was not me, Dark Willow, and Ike Ringmaster. But yeah, ever since then, Kalmychata have not picked up the Sven for themselves, and Team Next Level, they're going to go with the more traditional answer, although I don't see the Infestation Bomb being that impactful just yet. With the Marcy, the move around in the middle of the fight is pretty good, but Team Next Level will need a mid laner that can synergize with the Lifestealer. So far, I'm not really seeing anything else other than the puck, actually. But looks like Kalmychata are not worried. They think that the Batrider is going to be on the mid lane, seeing as they banned the Bane and the Disruptor, of all things. But Team Next Level, with 30 seconds left on the reserve clock, are thinking through this ban long and hard, actually. But yeah, as previously mentioned, the last time we got a 3-4-2 was Zero Tenacity versus Into the Breach, as the puck is banned by Team Next Level themselves. They go for the Phoenix for the percentage-based damage, which is really good against the TB, and the DP as well, mind you. Both the Dying Light and the Sunray is a big threat to these heroes, but who is the right clicker that can solve the egg? And is it position 4? I think Snapfire is a pretty decent fit, actually, here. I'm not gonna lie. It's not the best choice, obviously, but... Or is it the best choice? It kind of looks like the best choice, actually, I'm not gonna lie. Little Shredder is huge for the TB. You can cookie your Centaur into the fight. Or you can cookie save someone out of the fight. Scatterblast slows down the enemy, so you're forcing people to do Surge and Rage and other stuff. As they go for the CK support? Is it the CK support? It's the CK support. Is it good against the Egg? I'd say no. Is it good against the Marcy? Definitely not. What are they seeing in this? I did ask IVZ and Way Bigger Brains and Dota about this CK support, but I think I'm going to be getting my answers in Riyadh from Kezu or someone else at this stage. This hero constantly baffles me as a support. I used to play this as a carry back in the day, but no, this stun in general and the extra illusion is just nice additions from the Phantasm overall, but it's not really my thing, to be honest with you. Well, Flacco and Fernandes are going to go for the Phoenix and the Marcy, as the Rays is actually going to take the Batrider to the mid lane. I'm really not liking this draft from TNL, and yeah, for the fourth time in a row, I'm leaning towards Kalmychata for this game number 4. I don't know if I'm going to be correct on this one, but Team Next Level, definitely with their backs against the corner. Are we going to get a 3-1 once again? Or is the result going to change a little here at European Pro League Season 27?
Prepare for battle.
As, yeah, as previously mentioned, for the past 4 seasons, we did not have a 3-4-2. It's been 3-1s all the time. It's boring. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, currently the most accomplished team is Navi Junior, by the way, with 3 wins under their belts. After them is 4 Pirates. And of course, the good old Team Sexy. That lineup has been demolished and revised and rebuilt many a times, but yeah. Jesu Mirage and Nefrit, along with 9 Class and H2O. They've all split up into many places. But yeah, well, overall, you know, we're proud of the players that still play EPL. And maybe, just maybe, we get to see them on the bigger stages in Tier 1 tournaments as well. Maybe someone will pull up the casters as well to the Tier 1 tournaments eventually.
The battle begins.
Anyone? Oh no, no one cares. What we do care about is the bounties taken so far. 2 on the Radiant side and 2 on the Dire eventually. As yeah, I am still questioning the CK position 4, but overall not me. Has executed his bounty hunter as expected. Bigger question is, can he do it again? This time with a Centaur Warrunner. Norma is going to complain about mic issues. A little bit of a ingly-tingly pause. That's what we're here for. In the playoffs, 15 minutes of technical pause time, FYI. Due to unforeseen circumstances and longer delays, and even having a South American team in the European tournament back in the day. Who remembers Hokori playing the tourney? But yeah. As I'm quite confident, all 3 lanes should be drastically won by the Radiant side. If it's gonna turn out the other way, I'm, not gonna hold my breath. It is a possibility. But as Flacco falls down to half HP, it's more of a confirmation. Rather than me being surprised at all. Chaos Bolt into the Hoof Stomp. This is just a straight up play. That will slay. Now a little bit low HP on Ike, which will be mitigated by some vegetable consumption, also known as Tango. But yeah, support CK already hard at work, mitigating the small camp pool. Why, off to a decent start. 8-3 on the LS. But, of course, XNE and Rinseq just slightly ahead for now.
Dire's courier has been killed.
It's not me with the easy courier snipe. He's done his job. He's looking to return back to the lane. Just a casual enrage force out would be nice, actually. But Yoai has not revealed that he has open wounds instead of rage. As dual raise, falling a little low on the HP once again on the mid lane. Script Swarm, Spirit Siphon coming out from XNE constantly is forcing him to keep the distance, but despite him having so many stacks of sticky napalm on the DP, he's not being able to do those right clicks. The Crypt Swarm just keeps on pushing him down to low HP. One concern I kind of have in the team fights is Flacco's Supernova, but if Melesh will hold on to the Stampede and rather use it defensively, running away from the egg is not going to be an issue.
Is under attack.
Yes, of course, Vacuum and Dispose are your number one concerns, but you have answers. Sinister Gaze, Hoof Stomp, ETC, ETC, so that could still work as a little bit of rebound action onto the Lich. There, you just dispose of Ike for Nance. We'll take first blood. As Spirit Siphon holding on to the play. Well, the Owl Rider will eventually manage to get out of that dodge. Yeah, did you notice that TNL has two flying heroes on the mid lane? Are the wings the sign of one of the teams winning or losing? But yeah, maybe it's the legs, not me. Burning a little due to the dying light. But Flacco just looking to hunt some couriers or just return back to UI. As night falls, other team looking for the Hargan engagement for Nance. Just looking to establish some vision on the mid lane as up top. The Chaos Bolt combined with the Hoof Stomp. Melesh, open wounded, looking a little rough. Will attempt the TP, but is so low on the HP. Yo, why? Takes the kill with ease. But here comes the wraparound. Here's the Lich. Yo, why? You better run, but not me. No Chaos Strike. Oh yeah, how? What did you expect, my friend? What did you expect?
Radiant structures are fortified.
2-0 for TNL as Chaos Bolt is let loose. Goodbye, yo why? As not me. He's just gonna TP away. He's done his job. Putting Kalmychata on the board. At the very same time, due to the gangs coming out, we are already on net worths. And as you can see, the TB is off to a miraculous start. A 3k net worth at 3 minutes in.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, Azaik is gonna looking to stick around on the top lane. Rinseq also joins in. It's a 2v1 on the mid lane. Good catch onto the Bat Rider. Lasso for what? As dual raise is gone. Fernand's joining in, but despite a little dispose and not me dead
Top tower is under
inside the Firefly, it's still gonna be a Fernand's kill as well. 5-man pressure, or 4-man pressure specifically, coming out onto the top lane as the DP is looking to sandwich Yo Y in to this play. Yes, you can open wounds him, but he's just going to Spirit Siphon and Exorcism you down. Easy kill for XNE, as he's now on a killing spree. He could just continue, but he's going to be happy. Just the Ancients, and just running and running away. Tier 1 taken down on the TNL safe lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So raise, Ike.
Dire are scanning. Radiant are scanning.
2K net worth lead on Kalmychata. Nice dual raise. Close to the TP boots, by the way, on the Bat Raider.
Tower is under
Could be a
attack.
good one as Flacco. He dared to take away the rune, but with the fire spirits, he's looking to try and escape. Easy kill, but not for me. Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Dire's middle tower is under
Specifically for the Phoenix. There's Norman Fernance. Easy catch for the CK. Rebound coming out from Fernance. The Ion Shells are going to do some work, or actually a lot of work. Out comes the vacuum, but Sunder coming out from Rinseku. Looking for the escape as Mr. Infest with the Triceratops looking to commit onto the TB, but XNE is back here on the other side. Out comes the egg. Right behind them, on top of them actually, as I don't think they're gonna manage to blow it up. A cleanup coming down onto the bottom lane. Only Rinseku surviving that whole ordeal, and Malesh, who was not attempting to fight. But 3 for nada as TNL mounts up an offensive on the bottom tier 1 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Minutes into the play, and 1K net worth lead for Kalmychata. Well, that triple kill on the bottom
Attack.
is definitely going to be a painful one, as Malesh going to be disposed. His TP is broken. He hoof stomps away. A rebound, but to the wrong side. Misses Unleash. Could keep on back rubbing Malesh, but sticking around here is, yeah, not a good idea. Goodbye. XNE with the invisibility. Having already gotten ridden of his bottle, actually. Or actually, he never even had one? Hold on. Stampede committed. Onto the bird or onto the Bat Rider? Which is actually an Owl Rider. And it's a dead rider. Hedwig, no! Harry Potter fans crying everywhere. Or Harry Potter fans crying in general. As Rinseku committing on to the tier 2 once again. This early into the game. This time TNL will commit with a fortification. But is there anything they can do against this? I mean, they do have Flacco with a little bit of an egg right in front of their faces. As Dual Rays looking for the counter initiation. Out comes the Flame Break, but they just insta-right click the Bat Rider. Here's that egg we've been talking about. As Fernance with the pullback with the dispose. Now comes the vacuum as well. They'll take XNE and not me as well. Rinseku, you better run, my friend. As whoops. Let's have this double friendly pick-me-up jump coming out from Fernance. Out comes the Sunder once more, but Rinseku be a gone. Ripped to shreds. 12 minutes in. It looks like TNL are actually doing a great job at evening up. the game 4 of the series. As UI baits out TPs to the mid lane. They could be losing Flacco here due to positioning, but you can just jot it out in collateral damage. Chaos Bolt, pull in, silenced down, and gazed sinisterly. That's a dead bird, if I've ever seen one. "13 minutes and 18 kills on the board. I'm a happy camper. I hope you guys are as well." Rinse Q. Farming under slight vision. I don't think the observer ward spotted him yet, though. So Norma and Fernandes do have an option of rotating onto the TB. A little bit of rebound action. But Norma and Fernandes still looking to hang out in the Radiant jungle. As we're at minute 14, neither team looking to set up for their Wisdom Shrines. Technically, just there is an opportunity to steal, but what for? You really need to clean up the jungles on both sides, FYI. But yeah, with your Y. Now, having done the Radiance, is moving over to the Armlet. Out comes the Stampede. Melesh. They will find the Batrider. Easy kill onto dual raise. As these off-position plays are looking to become a problem. Norma with the Surge. Doesn't find Ike. As the Metamorphosis turnaround comes out from the TB. Full disengage. Coming out from the Dire. But, Xani could be the cutoff man. Yule's Exorcism onto the Darkseer, but Fernandes with the pick-me-up. Easy save on the Darkseer. It's not even a rebound anymore, it's a pick-me and pick-me-up. All 3 tier 1s gone on the Dire side, just like clockwork.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
$1K net worth difference between these two. Nothing is truly lost, though, as there are still 2 tier 1 towers to be taken for the Dire side. Saying the match is close is a fairly accurate assessment in this case, as no one's even level 12 yet on this map right now. Xani just reached it. Right as I said it, no one's even level 12. Xani just takes on another creep. Chain Frost Gaze onto dual raise. As, yep, it looks like that's Kalmychata's strat. Consta focusing the mid laner of TNL. Breaking his spirit. Yeah, just chain disable a person and they will be disabled forever. Just like that. Real thing. UI is thanking the stars that he was not under vision, but here comes Fernandes, and with the Unleash, out comes the Sunray as well. That percentage-based damage is dangerous. That's what we talked about during the draft, but it looks like TNL is going to utilize it perfectly. Taking their second objective on the map, and looking to reinvade their own jungle. Melesh, is this an overextend? I don't know yet. They did see Not Me. Zerka's dive up. It's not inside that side river, but as soon as they see Not Me, they're just gonna initialize onto the CK. Yep, it does bounce, but it's not gonna be much. Good old Cloven Chaos instead of the multi or extra. Phantasm Illusion Chance, Xani. Under Vision DP as the rebound comes in along with the wall. The Death Prophet is surrounded by frenemies, I guess just enemies in general, as Yoi and Dual Race will tip in X and E, tipping Yoi. A kill is a kill is a kill. $11 on 11. Minute 18. Tempers are rising. But in general, I think the adrenaline is starting to kick in on both sides. It's a race to the first tier 2, actually, as Malesh. A little bit of hoof stomp, a little bit of love for the Phoenix. But of course, Flacco insta escaping. He's on the mid lane. We have a little bit of Chaos Bolt action. Not me and XNE committing onto Norma, but the Sunray cover is more than enough.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, a little bit of quiet in the middle of the game. In the middle of the mid-game, actually. I do believe TNL should be the ones doing the initiation into the Radiant jungle. Well, yeah, they are actually pouring in here, but not finding anyone just yet. Well, hold on, Ike is the one who finds first. There's that Chain Frost, but Yoi is just gonna drop the Infest Bomb. Here's Johnny on 2XNE as well, as Norma is the one to claim the kill, most likely due to Ion Shell ticks. Come on, actually show me. Yeah, it was the Ion Shell tick that proc last.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Well, their 2K net worth lead. Team next level. Can they be the first one to take the tier 2? I mean, 20 seconds till Tormentor. Maybe both teams would rather just disengage. Yeah, that seems like the right option as for Nance. Sticking about with the Watcher. Just being a nuisance, space created. But already Marcy is gone. Flacco setting up. As Rinseq. I don't think he can stick around. He knows he can stick around here. As the sun rises, full commitment from TNL onto the Tormentor. As the counter smoke comes in as well. They're just too damn fast. Melesh, XNE and the boys looking to fight this. Rinseq joining in on the mid tier 2. Will be smoked up as well. I don't think this wraparound is going to work, Kalmychata. Obviously, we do see more since we're the observers of the game, but as a Dual Raze is playing with fire here, he's just going to disengage. Full ping on the tier 2 as Malesh reveals himself on the top lane. Let's see the commitment. Tier 2 races on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yes, Phantasm and all the illusions of all the King's men. We'll take out the tier 2 first. Fortification regained by the Radiant as the Dire. Just use theirs. Eventually, both teams are just gonna decide to go for the even on those tier 2 towers. Now with the Radiant mid in jeopardy, Kalmychata. Now a few things to think through. Do they clean out their own jungle? Or will they just kind of try and initiate on the lineup that has the Phoenix Egg? I don't see how you approach the Phoenix here in a clean way. Chain Frosting, Flacco. He's the only way you can win a fight like this. So out comes the Stampede. They do attempt it, but with the Supernova out, the right clicks, they will come through. They focused on the egg, but it does mean that Ritsukyu's lassoed, and it's a catastrophe. This is horrible for Kalmychata, as TNL will take 4, and that could be 5, as Not Me is TPing. No catch. Get almost team wiped as you're approaching a Roche pit that has an egg. What could go wrong? I don't know. Vacuum wall of replica, and they use GG boots. And you just fall flat on your face.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under
But yeah. Not a decent pick of a fight from Kalmychata. Not their best decision throughout this tournament.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
But as they lose their tier 2 on the mid, or actually tier 1 up on the top, they're about to lose their tier 2 on the top as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Disassociation from the brain. I don't know why UI is hitting the tier 2 on the mid lane. Yeah, as Fernandez joins in with the Unleash, they take their second tier 2 tower on TNL's side. And with the Aegis advantage, the Dire can keep up the aggression. AC being built on UI with the Sanjay and Yasha at the ready.
Under attack.
This Lifestealer seems to be a little bit unkillable as of yet. Easy catch will dual raise, as Rinseku is committing to the second tier 2 on the side lane.
Is under attack.
But this feels a little bit slow. Fernandez and dual raise coming in. As Fernandez bounces onto the TB. Metamorphosis target reaffirmed. Good pull coming out from dual raise as he gets the lasso target onto Rinseku. But the overwhelming damage coming out with the exorcism, it's a little too much. Rinseku is just going to be thrown out of here. Burn him to the ground as Yowai will take on Xeni with the Emphas Bomb. Underestimated. Yowai is just busting down damage again and again with this Emphas Bomb, either from Flacco or either just by jumping into dual raise and getting out. As Norma getting close to the Shiva's guard, picks up the vacuum before the TP attempt, and has to suffer the consequences of that. There's Not Me and Ike trying to cut the waves as fast as possible, but the mid lane's going to be open. A minute and 35 seconds with the Aegis. Yo, why? Is looking to put the pressure on the Radiant. And surprise indeed, as the early net worth lead all the way until minute 15 was in Radiant's hands, but ever since then,
Radiant's top tower.
and of course that first Roshan clash kind of solidified the position of TNL. Patience pays off, apparently, although not in my experience, and neither is it in Yowai's as he moves forward with the rage. Onto the high ground he goes. Still having the Aegis for 30 seconds. He's feeling a little confident. A little cocky as well. He could take out the tier 3 himself before the backdoor procs as Dulrace jumps in, will lasso Xeni. Deleted is the Death Prophet. Oh, it's not helping. Not much anyway, as Reality Rift onto Yowai. The Phantasm Illusions are just melting in his presence. Out comes the Frost Shield, but is it helping? I don't think it's going to last. 2 more seconds till the Aegis expires. He's just going to heal back up to full. You know why? It just has the munchies. It's another 1,000 gold into the pocket of the Dire. This is where the Rick and Morty announcer would say, "The situation looks dire." As yes, it is, especially for Kalmychata here. Rage once again used by UI. He's gonna let that backdoor proc in. Oh, we'll leave the tier 3 alone.
Radiant are scanning.
All of this due to a bad Roche play. The domino effect. They just stack up as Rinseq. We've already used a Metamorphosis. It's more than likely that they wanted a Stampede rush onto the enemy. And that does mean they will not have their teamfight damage deal for the next 85 seconds. Oh no. The TB's under vision. How did they expect that the triangle will not be visioned? This is bad. This is bad. As Yowai arriving on the side of the Centaur. He just pops out, rages through onto Melesh. How comes the flame break? But I don't think it's going to be enough damage to kill Melesh outright. Yeah, he will survive with 150. The Stampede used defensively. With Egg not even committed by the enemy. Talk about a bad situation. Ike blinking away from the enemy as Rinseq trying to commit to a base race. Or at least a high ground defense forcing TPs back home. Will be nothing if value. As Melesh committing on to dual race from the back. Ike giving away the vision. Can they get the Batrider? Out comes the sun. Da 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 da. As XNE goes down, the DP is gone, and Melesh, he's just melting. He's melting. The Centaur be gone as Ike breaks some ankles, but at the very same time, he's going to have to witness a broken barracks as well. Rinseq takes the first tier 3 tower. He is looking to do a lot of damage up on this top lane, but if he can get at least 1 TP, he'd be happy for Nance. Paying the tier 4. But all he truly wants is at least a TP or 2 back. Rinseq coming back home. As at minute 30, the third tier 3 under threat, TNL will disengage. UI with a casual 6k net worth lead over Rinseq's TB. As Rinseq is actually 0-3-2 on this Terrorblade. Despite having Stampede, despite having the power. Using Demon Zeal, even. They're just running out of options on the TB right now. As this smoke, it could be make or break. Roshan's still gonna decide to sleep a little more. Rebound. This is by an inch as Melesh commits with a Stampede, but nope. Yeah. No cigars, no catch. Scratch that, Ike. At least will be caught. A little overzealousness coming out. Yeah, Roshan close to spawning. About a minute left. $22k net worth lead on the Dire. It's looking to be a classic TNL beatdown. This is basically how they won their upper bracket matches. clutching on to that mid-game net worth lead. And then actually just never letting go. But yeah. Basically leading the enemy with at least 4 items. Just the farm separation between the Lifestealer and the TB is rather concerning. 3 levels of a difference. And the solid 8k. 6k, sorry, between them. It's basically an item and a half.
Is here.
33 minutes into the game, 2 full racks and tier 3's down. At least the farm comes home. I mean, it is super creeps, so you're going to have to hit him a little harder than usual. But as Rinseku is transitioning to the BKB, is it too little too late of an effort? Kind of seems so. TNL. Going to force out game 5 for the first time in a long time for Nance. Be gone as buyback will be committed. Full commitment coming out from TNL. As they do have the Aegis, they can force this fight through as the egg. They are going to manage to break down XNE. No buyback on the DP. As Rinseku's TB at least manages to survive. Metamorphosis will be online for 25 more seconds. Rinseku trying to escape as the Lotus Orb comes out to save. On to Flacco goes the Sunder! Good play coming out from Rinseku. As they will take out the chicken. Ike committing the buyback. They'll need the numbers. It's a 5v3. But as the Metamorphosis is going down, Melesh will need to disengage. They are using the gate to go back and forth into cover. There's no blink jump on either of them for it. Neither does Norma nor Novi have it. Dual race is the only concern you have as your Y is being kited inside. Ike offering himself as a body, but as not me response, he will go for the play. Lassoed up. Rinseku's in trouble. He needs 1 more second for a Sunder. He has the availability. He sees dual race. He will use that Sunder on him. They're going to try and kite save Rinseku, but it's not going to be enough. The Infest play coming out from Yowai will burn down the TB. As it's a 3v4 now. X and E. 40 seconds until Exorcism. But there's so many creeps and one tier 4 is already gone. Yowai right-clicking and working on it as they're going to try and focus down onto the back. Flacco in trouble as the Phoenix will just Icarus dive out of here. Stampede once again from Melesh. It's actually the workhorse. He's just going to put on the CK and keep on running. The nullified Death Prophet tries to run away. 16 seconds until the Exo as Yowai is just so damn low. But till 2 more minutes until this Aegis expires. Buyback is available on the DP as XNE cannot wait. Will need to come back into play. Silenced up Yowai is being deterred, but at the same time there is no refortification on the Radiant side. Yowai pulled back, easy kill onto the LS, but this is round 2. He is just so damn tanky. He's outlasting the 4 of them. Norma with a 4-man vacuum, they pull it in. Out comes the Supernova. All they need to do is just get the die back onto that XNE DP, half HP on the Ancient as Yowai is just trying to end the goddamn game. Leave him alone as Rinseku has returned. The TB will rip apart the LS. Buyback coming out from Yowai as he buys the TP boots and gets himself back into the fray. Rinseku all alone. Metamorphosis silenced, stunned, and destroyed. Buyback available on the TP. They are fully gonna commit, but we are going to a game 5 as Team Next Level 36-17 will beat down on the team that is, yeah, basically 22,000 gold behind. But yeah, overall, valid attempt at the defense, I must say, but ever since that Roche fight, you know, that first one where they just ran into the egg, that was That was bad. I would advise against that in the next terms. But yeah, Rinseku never really got off the ground as a Terror Blade, not like in game number 3. But yeah, I said getting into the groove of the back and forth is going to be rough. But we are going to go to a game 5 for the first time since Zero Tenacity versus Into the Breach, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be a good one. Yo, why? 18-3 and 14. I would not be surprised if we don't see this Lifestealer again in game 5. But yeah, TNL. They push through. We go to the game number 5. I'm just excited about that in general. It's been a long, long time since we had 5 games here at the Grand Finals. And with that, ladies and gents, we'll see you there. Ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 5 of Kalmychata versus Team Next Level. During the break, I just checked out. When was the last time we got game number 5? It was, as previously stated, Zero Tenacity versus Into the Breach. There it was a reverse sweep, actually. First 2 games taken by Into the Breach, and then it was a Zero Tenacity show all the way until game number 5, where they actually took it. But yeah, Into the Breach had a little bit of a stumbling back and forth with those first 2 victories, and they were both late gamed. Now this one, this series is a bit of a treat. Team Next Level taking the first game, then struggling for the second and third, and then getting their name in the 4th one. It's a little bit of a reminiscent of the TI8 finals. Don't get me wrong, I'm not comparing this tournament to TI, even though I love EPL, and shout out to you guys. But yeah, at the very same time, I'm just trying to point out that the mentality is a little bit similar. You win the first one, struggle for 2, then you get back in the 4th one. You're morally boosted. You're basically just you have more positive feelings getting back into this one. Of course, with multiple tournaments going on, as it is the Tier 2, Tier 3 scene, the Team Next Level guys seem a little bit rushed due to their conversation or how should we say, communication style in the lobby in general. They just seem like they just want to keep going. They just want to keep killing. And it looks like they have nailed down that Norma is once again on this Darkseer. It didn't work out in game number 3, but overall in game number 4 it was rather solid. It was the unseen master of the game in game number 4, but is it going to work out in this time? I mean, it's the 3rd time we're going to see TB versus Darkseer, and Norma did a wonderful job at just expanding the healing capabilities, or just extending the healing of Flacco and Yowai with the GG boots, and of course the Crimson Guard, which basically mitigated a lot of the damage done by the TB and the DP as well. So if they nail this combination this time around, it would be nice. But Dual Rays, once again on his Shadow Fiend. It is the finals. I mean, why the hell not? Just give him the hero. But of course, the counterplay of the Storm Spirit coming through. There's a little bit of a threat from XNE. Despite the DP not being banned, he doesn't really want to play it into the Tusk and the Phoenix, which I absolutely understand. Getting chain stunned, then you get ice shrouded, sharded, and then you just cannot move anywhere. Despite you having your Yules and your escape abilities, you don't really like buying a Force Staff on the DP either. So it makes a lot of sense that they'd rather go for the Storm, a more jumping-y hero. Queen of Pain would be optimal, but it's banned. But yeah, still no true answer in my eyes to this. Whoa, Yowai and Dual Rays once again with the Swapperoonie, as it is Yowai's hero if it comes to Team Next Level. If you're checking which one of them plays it in the past year more frequently, Yowai has played a lot of this Shadow Fiend actually. So it is in his top 4 as Dual Rays busts out the Invoker against the TB and the Storm. Is this a good idea? I mean, in general, against spirits, people do like playing the Invoker, but I don't know. I don't think the Exorcism, the meta Invoker, is the choice here. Maybe if he goes for the Vex or the Quox. He actually goes for the Wex one. Mind of Tornurus. I don't know the names by heart for the facets. It's just a little bit interesting. I will need to check what the modifications are on the Ags and the Shard. But yeah, well, I'm quite amazed that he is actually going to go for it. In the past year, Dual Race has played the Invoker 39 times, 27 wins and 12 losses. So if you would just go off of that, and of course Yowai's Shadow Fiend, which has 33 games, 17 wins and 16 losses, slight advantage for the TNL lineup. And am I going to be a turncoat for the 5th game? Actually, is the question. I mean, they have the moral high ground. They have the advantage of, the feeling. And, yeah. Overall, teamfight aspects are just leaning towards the Team Next Level side. Vacuum, Phoenix Seg. While on the other hand, you're just basically countering the Mars over here. And yes, you can cover it with the tombstone. That's the idea. And then you just basically mass serpent ward on the other side of the map with the shaman, etc., etc. But I think their pick-off potential is just not strong enough here. So yeah, I'm going to be a turncoat for game number 5. I think TNL have this one. They're the ones that came from the upper bracket. Kalmychata coming down from the lower bracket. It's a game 5, people. I mean, we haven't had one in almost like 6 months or something. So anyway, let's get into it, is what I'm going to say. Game number 5 here at European Pro League Season 27. Starting off with a pause. There's a little bit of a joke back and forth with the players. But yeah. Overall, it's a grand final. One way or the other, it's a great treat. And after the fact that Team Ivory and Yangon Galacticos played a 3-1, having a best of 5 going all the way in general just feels nice. Because, yeah, I do believe our South American, or generally American, season also ended with a 3-0. So, overall, just getting the treat of a grand final of 5 games just makes me happy in general. And we are absolutely, how should I say, pleased with the fact that you guys chose us as your source of entertainment on this lovely Monday afternoon. Which isn't really lovely where I'm at, because there's a storm going on, but we're going to do our best. Yeah, 4-man smoke up coming out on the Radiant side. TNL. Gonna go for the triangle approach instead. Counter smoke coming out from Kalmychata. But they see the line, so they might as well react to it.
30 seconds to battle.
If I'm not mistaken, that's already 2 smokes you used on the Radiant side. But yeah, I'm just not a big believer of the SF and the Invoker. I'm just sad to say. But YoI and Dual Race have made it work time and time again. So even when they were on a different team together, I doubted the combination, but
The battle begins.
they will certainly do something with it. As not me going in for the shackle, catching out YoI. I just praised you, dude. Don't you die on me. Don't you die on me. But Melesh is like, nope. He wants that kill. He wants that booty, but he's not gonna get the SF booty. Peace is always an option. 2 for 2 under runes and no first blood. But yeah. Once again, the question of the top lane, where Norma and Fernance are going to form a nice little melee combination against Rincy Q. It's going to be a little bit rough as Ike and not me. They're going to move in with the decay plays. As first blood on the chicken. Kalmychata. Onto the tri-lane play against YoI and Flacco. Ike not looking to disengage just yet. Could pick up a bit more of it to play, as onto YoI they go. Here's that blood grenade and the catch as well. Not me. Takes the kill. Shackles, 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 and a lot of chicken fingers. As the shaman's texture is breaking on my screen, but I hope on the stream. Oh, it is breaking on the stream as well. Oh no! Oh no! Dota! Dota! Yeah, dual raise. Or do you lose anything? Mind of Tornaris facet. It will give EMP the pull to the center at 150 units. And Tornado turns into smaller twisters, which I haven't really seen. I don't think he's going to be building the Aghanim Scepter on Vex Invoker as well. Unsure about the build, but it should be a little bit similar as to what Puck does, you know, because you have extra movement speed with the Vex. But we shall see. I'm basically more oriented towards that right-clicky Invoker we were used to like 3 or 4 patches ago. Yeah, as is customary, the storm is already up ahead just a little bit. One thing is a little bit surprising. Rinseku is just not having a good time against Fernance and Norma. All alone, by the way, due to the fact that his teammates are doing a tri-lane thing on the bottom. Well, let's just see if it works out for the TB. One bad Ice Shard tag team play. Nah, he's done for. Alright, looking for the cross pull, Flacco. Looking to mitigate it. You know why? As soon as he sees the shaman, he's like, let me get the hell out of here. Fernance appears onto the bottom lane as the Ice Shard will be countered. Here comes the Aether Shock, and they're coming through as Flacco. Icarus dies all 3 of them. But Melesh will still take a courier. If we want to cross pull, we will cross pull. And the Tombstone. Just taking a few of the plays. Dual raise on Exony. Battling it through in the mid lane, but Exony still holding on to that lead that the Storm usually gets in this case, as Rinseku getting a little low up on the top lane, but popped the Metamorphosis, so he should be fine on the TB. Maybe a reaction teleportation coming out from the boys would be nice, but yeah, Norma's going to keep his distance, so no real point of engaging here. He just needs to be aware of his HP. He does have the Lotus, so most likely due to the cause of the Metamorphosis being committed here. It's down bottom, UI. A decent keep up against Melesh, but the tri-lane is having its toll on the SF's farm. Ice Shard thrown out onto XNE, dual raise with the good old Spell of the Ice, but XNE will definitely take out Fernance. The Cold Snap is just not going to be enough to take out XNE with the kill. There's 2 more added to the Dire. Kalmychata. I'm sorry for being a turncoat. Maybe it's the reverse caster curse, you know? I believed them all along, and now they're just gonna win. Do it, my sons. Do it for me. Yeah, 1k net worth lead so far on the Kalmychata side as night falls. 4 and love on the scoreboard. But I gotta say, it's not a horrible start for the Radiant with this matchup. As this is not the type of lineup where you gotta beat down all 3 lanes. You have a lot of teamfight utility, which you need to utilize in the mid game rather than anything else. As Rinseku kind of in trouble up on the top lane, but as soon as the shackle comes through, Fernance is just gonna snowball himself up and take it. That's his job. He needs to just take it. Space created. 5th kill acquired. As Norma. Oh, you better run. Oh, you better run. Out comes the shackle along with a Tombstone. Ike, along with Not Be, will just shock ya. Easiest kill of the Undying Shadow Shaman combo. Usually, traditionally, I would say, although Dota is kind of young to have its traditions, but this combination is usually utilized with a Lion instead. You hex down, Earth Spike, and decay hit, and you can basically stack up almost 3 decays in the early game before it becomes, you know, deadly enough to get your kills. And then when it comes to cores, you commit the Tombstone as well to just keep the sports away. But 6 in love so far. In the middle of the night. It's not looking that great. 2K net worth lead already at 7 minutes in as Malesh. Gonna be overcommitted on. Is this gonna be the first kill? Yes, it is. Team next level. Get on board at minute 7. As Ike and XNE look for the Shrine of Wisdom Steel. We'll be acquiring it, as well as Fernance will be the one picking it up on the Radiant side. But YoY already beating down the first tier 1. Not gonna manage to get the bonus gold, but a tower is a tower, and you'll take it. I'm not sure about that move, but I'll take it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Definitely butchered Kuroki's accent there, and I'm very, very sorry. Yeah, 7 minutes, 7 kills on the board as Rinseku is going to try and return the objective take in kind. As Metamorphosis is just overwhelming. They're trying to replicate game number 3's performance, by the way, on the Kalmychata side, is not me. Good catch on Norma. Here comes Ike again. There's that decay. As with the chicken fingers, there's the Hex. Ike does have the mangoes and the lotus, but is not going to stick around for a second decay. They're just going to disengage, knowing full well that the TB does not have any Metamorphosis. Whereas, just not going to have it for the next 90 seconds. Running away is always an option, as nice spear catch on to YoY. Can they get the Requiem off on time? Yes, they can. It's more of an escape act rather than anything else, but it will save YoY from certain doom.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
2K net worth lead decreased to 1. As it's turning into a rapid arms race on both sides. But yeah, we are getting into that mid game, and we talked about it. They have a lot of teamfight panache, and dual rays and UI have made this combination work before. And the high win rate on dual rays gives them a little bit of confidence, and they have won. They have just won game number 4. Yes, things might turn tits up, but at the very same time, not trying is even worse, as the chicken is gonna get caught. Easy kill on the Phoenix. How could this happen to me? Oh wait, minute 10. Looks like the mid lane tower brawl is about to happen as the 10-minute power rune's about to spawn. But down bottom we also have Malesh getting caught out. The Mask of Madness is gonna be mad, truly. XNE bottles up the Invis rune, will look to connect onto dual rays, but the Ghost Walk is looking to be effective. Flacco coming back into the mid lane, but not level 6 just yet on the Phoenix. Dual rays in trouble. Trouble? Question mark? No, not really. He's going to be dancing on the edge of the Sentry Ward division. So, all they got to face with is the Undying Tombstone, but that's on the top of the river as they will engage on the bottom. Tornado onto 2 as the MP lands. It will have a good catch. YoY coming out with the Reckoning of the Souls. It's going to be a 1-for-1 on the exchange. Chicken is down as there's no level 6. There's no Supernova. Fernance on the run. Dual race. Looking for another turnaround. With the Cold Snap, they will catch the Storm Spirit. XNE is gone as the snowball pull back onto the edge of the wall. Malesh knows exactly his levels, but the spear will miss. Norma looking for the turnaround. Pull back the God of War as the Undying disconnects. No. Oh, they do like Ike. They do like Ike, but the Mars is in the air. What will happen to the Mars once he lands? Once this pause has been broken. There's no tombstone for 44 seconds, by the way. There's an opportunity to triple decay if they stack up on the Mars. God's Rebuke will be available in 4 seconds. I am looking towards Rinseku, though. Ooh, no, he's not going to do much because his Metamorphosis is about to expire. He does have a Conjure Image, which he can use to just keep up the wave pressure, but Norma is like, go 4v5. Let's just do it. Let's just go. Okay, okay. I mean, one of the dead could just take control over the Undying and we can continue the game. But yeah, no, jokes aside, they will wait. Since Ike does have significant impact into this play. Decay on to 3 of them. It could guarantee a kill onto Fernance. And of course, there's a high chance the Mars is going to die. Melesh does have a Lotus and a 15 stack wand on top of everything. Yeah, in terms of itemizations, dual raise. Going for a Spirit Vessel. Let's start things off. Item already in hand, he only needs the recipe now. Good combination with the Cold Snap, a classic, for those of you who are not in the know. Rinseku halfway to the Yasha. Actually, only needed a recipe as we are unpaused. Melesh falls to the ground. EMP will erase all his mana. There's that Cold Snap along with the catch, catch, catch. As out comes the Shackles. Melesh on the escape. The Snowball will connect. Oh no. Down goes the Mars. But Fernance, still an easy target to pick off. Ike, he just needs a little bit of reach. There's the Hex. There's the Shackle. And just a right click. Yeah, he ran out of mana on Ike, but oh well. 9-5 as Kalmychata. He'll be happy to get a counter kill at least on the Tusk, but the mid lane is utter chaos as the MP connects along with a Cold Snap. That is a dead TB. Oh no, Rinseku stayed there on purpose. No, the normal rotation would be down onto the bottom, farm at the jungle, and then back into play. TNL are putting their skin on the line with this one. Well, yeah, if you think Rinseku made the mistake there, that's also a possibility. Overall, aggressive play from TNL paying off as no one comes to rescue Rinseku. As EMP Cold Snap combo once again in the works. To raise. Ending the killing spree of Ike. Not me next. As good with the catch. Easy kill on the Shaman. Norma even committing the wall of replica for this one. But 2k net worth lead now for TNL. Eight to 9 as the next tier 1 is on the docket. Third tier 1 tower for the Radiant. As I'm not so sure Kalmychata can react to this one. All they could do is take their second tier 1 tower on the bottom instead, but they'll have to give up their jungle for this move. Dual Raze is just on the hunt with this Invoker. As even though he doesn't not have any exort points for the Sunstrike, it doesn't really look like he's even looking to build it. Midas post the Talismans and the Spirit Vessel, more reminiscent of the Miracle build of the early Enigma days. As Mass Serpent Wards committed onto the bottom. Not me. It's bleeding from a lot of wounds right now.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
But Kalmychata's strategy, they need to hang on to it. They need to move as a 4-man if they want to even have a chance at even catching this Invoker. But every time the Phoenix is just going to come out, that egg is just going to be so annoying for them. They need to commit before XNE gets his Sange, in my opinion. But because if they don't, Yawai and Dual Rays are just going to push down with the Alacrity. Well, interestingly enough, right? Yawai, not committing to Feast of Souls, he's rather going to have the 2 attribute points instead. I mean, Shadow Ray's attack damage could be nice, but he's going for the right-click build on the SF, so I think he's just going to pick up another point in the attributes at level 12. Radiant Jungles, where it's at. As you wire an insecure farm away. But minute 16, Norma showing, and no one engaging as for Nance. We need to run it down. Takes up the Observer Ward, but not punished for it. Still super scared of Flacco, aren't you? But yeah, Kalmychata will respect it. Backing off, maybe mounting up an offensive on your Y. I guess not.
Dire are scanning.
As good catch. Coming out with the Full Blast, but not me and Fernance go down. Bit of trouble in for Norma, but easy kill on him as XNE dodges out of the escape. No catch. Onto the Storm this time. First level into Exhort. This doesn't pay off for Dual Rays. As the net worth lead once again swings on to the side of the Dire. Still leading with 2 kills. The Soul's almost committed. It's an ancient farm race between the Storm and the Shadow Fiend. Yeah, free farm for both carries for the past 3 minutes or so at least. As your Y transitioning to the Silver Edge. What a likely good break opportunity on the Storm and the Mars. But yeah, that doesn't really do much against the TB. It's more of a positioning item than anything else. But yeah, just breaking people's spirits is just a nice thing to do. I don't think Ceaseless Dirge is breakable. Yeah, it cannot be dispelled. I'm looking at what else could be taken out. Yeah, Galvanized can be broken for sure. Overload can be broken as well. As I don't think Foul Play... Oh, Foul Play is breakable as well. And so is Chicken Fingers, so it could be good usage on Not Me at the same time. But definitely the Mars. So not one person you're looking at. As good catch with a cold snap onto the Storm, but lightning ball, ball lightning, and he's out of here. Sunstrike way off the mark, but it happens. I mean, a triple ball lightning. It's kind of rough to measure where the enemy is as the blink. Oh, what a perfect calculation coming out from the Mars as Dual Rays throws at the tornado one side. Throws an Ice Wall on the other and is looking to run. Double decay onto 2 people. Ike is here. And he's coming in hard as Flacco going to be saved by the snowball. Is it time to turn? It is. Here comes the sun as the supernova. Beautiful deafening blast as there's one more right click left on the egg. It will proc through. Ike is burned and he is gone. The Undying is dead as Fernance will be the offering. 2 supports for the price of 1. It looks like TNL will take this. We talked about the power of the egg. And Kalmychata are right to fear it. They're right to focus it. If they can't kill Flacco on a consistent basis, this could go bad.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We're back into a bit of a quiet time as the Tormentor is going to be taken. More than likely the other side could focus down onto Roshan, but I think tier 2 is the more beneficial choice. Just focusing on the lane in general. Setting up to take the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. Yeah, Malesh getting closer and closer to the BKB. He's XNE. After the Kaya Sanj was looking to finish up a Witchblade on the Storm. Q almost done with his BKB as well. Oh, to be fair, it's like 2,200 gold, but almost. Close enough.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, why? Mask of Madness committed. Fortification on fortification as... Yes, the Dire will commit to the Roshan. Going full well that Yowai will take care of the first tier 2 tower of the game. Objective exchange between the two teams. As XNE, one of the best heroes to have the Aegis of Immortality on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
12 to 11, close enough. Kalmychata. Are they going to turtle up defensively and then basically rotate down onto the bottom? Or can they go on the aggressive on the top side and take care of the enemy's triangle? This question brewing on my mind as they find the Storm with the SF. They'll break the Aegis. Snowballing onto this. It's a good stun, but it's not long enough. Not by a long shot. XNE's out of here. Easiest yeet of his life. But yeah. Aegis given away. I thought aggressive on top would be the answer. Knowing that they have the Aegis, they wouldn't have dared to move on top of them. But as soon as Rinseku shows up top, there's going to be a bit of a Shadow Walk action on top of him. I think they spotted them due to the wards on the top of the river. As Long Range Tornado will catch out Ike. And they like Ike. Doorways will take the kill. Killing spree on the Invoker. A 12 for 12, beat for beat. We've been to these games before, but honestly, it's just due to the fact that the two teams have known each other really, really well. More than likely, they've studied each other before this match, or you know, their previous series on the upper bracket final. Boiling down, it just comes to the fact which one of you blinks or makes a bad move first. That's Flacco. It's free for the kill. Out comes the Arena with the spear. Easiest kill on the Phoenix of their life. But yeah, information gathered gives the Warriors a little bit of time of day to farm out a wave. 13 to 12, minute 25. 25 kills on the board. Can't complain. As for Nance, they find Rinseku. Out comes the Metamorphosis. Yowai tries to force through with the Reckoning of the Souls, but there's a BKB. At the very same time, out comes the Sunder. Rinseku looking to survive, but there's just too much right-click damage before the cavalry arrives. Melesh and Ike in trouble. Out comes the Tombstone, but Melesh is just going to be rotten into pieces. Ike is next, and Cold snapped away. The Undying is dead. 3 go in favor of TNL, as the sheer amount of right-click damage coming out from Yowai is just too much to handle. 6,000 damage versus 4,000. Now the 4,000 done by the Dire, 3,000. Actually, in terms of damage, they almost match. There's only 78 damage difference between the TB and the SF. I must say, that's actually quite impressive. Not gonna lie. It's been a while since we saw that low of the damage difference in a fight. Usually it's like, you know, Shaman lockdowns or Snowball catches or Fiend's grips and Lich Sinister gazes, but this time, you know, the TB and the SF must match each other's damage output. But out comes the Mars. Good with the arena, but Mass Serpent Wards as well are just not going to be enough. A good play with the Crimson Guard coming out from Norma will secure Yowai's escape from the high ground. Quick thinking as well. As yeah, we can't underutilize the fact that Flacco also committed with the Solar Crest. Just help out his ally.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, keep an eye out on those tornadoes from Dual Rays. Here it comes. Dragon of the Souls as the Sunstrike secures it. Rinseku's gone for 60. The 5k net worth difference between Yowai and Rinseku could be detrimental. This could be it. TNL.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Up to the high ground once again. Let the Tombstone be gone. Yeah, you can soul rip it, but who cares? Yowai. With Alacrity's Solar Crest. And Mask of Madness by his side. It's a massive amount of right-click damage coming out from the SF as Snowball play. The Sunstrike. It's definitely going to be a miss this way, but Fernance sacrifices himself so that the tier 3 will happen. Melesh going for the long spear push as Yowai. Do you save your Invoker friend, or do you just go back, or try and go back into the arena? Silver Edge committed, as they will just jump onto the Undying instead. Fernance came back for this. As a tag team, he pushed out. Isn't even going to be needed. Melesh and XNE will do their best to just shove out the wave, take out some couriers, but that's all she wrote. Yowai is ending. Alacrity once again on this guy as he rips a tier 4 apart. Minute 28. Thrown back by the spear. BKB committed, but out comes the egg. They're just going to commit onto Rinseku. Right click, right click, right click. 65 seconds without the TP. Yowai. They will survive from the back of Norma. The GG Boots weren't even committed for this one fight. As yes, they do get Flacco, but lose the TB. It's just a catch-22. With 22 kills on the board, TNL will just keep on committing on top of you. XNE, Cold Snap, Frozen, but he will manage to get a Ball Lightning out back to the fountain. Yowai takes out Not Me as he focuses down on to the second tier 4. One more last attempt from XNE. Please get the dieback on the Tusk, but it's not going to happen. EPL Season 27 for Danya. Well, yeah. It looks like GG well played for TNL, Team Next Level. A rocky start in the group stage, but a clean sweep from the upper bracket. Yes, Kalmychata return for a best of 5 one more time, but Team Next Level We'll take the trophy. 24 to 15 with a 17k net worth lead. Yeah, some of you guys didn't believe it, but this combination has been played by Dual Rays and Yowai in the past, and they just make it work. This right-click SF is something to contend with, and they just beat the crap out of anything you throw at them. The amount of right-click damage you can get with a Solar Crest and the Alacrity is massively insane. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed the show. Best of 5 going all the way. It's been a while. And yeah, with that, this is the end of European Pro League Season 27. My name was Dodai. Shout out to the production crew. And of course, yeah, so shout out to the Door, Jipa Kipa, and Joe SD Dry, Michael Base Defender, and Coach DeChan. My name was Dodai. 342 for Team Next Level and Kalmychata.
Jump. Fuck. Guys, can you all TP on outpost or top and here?
I'm good.
Never mind. Actually, I'm running.
He use raw.
Can fight also. Can fight.
Does he have raw?
Go. Let's go.
Does he have raw? Aku yet!
I don't know, bro. Go.
Huskar!
Kill them.
I'm asking if he has raw, bro. If he has raw. Idi nahui. Yeah, bro. Thank you. Fight is over. Okay, bro. You're so smart, bro. Everyone else so stupid, yeah? Sorry. I'm not Einstein, bro. I couldn't figure out that they cannot kill you without raw. My bad.
I love you.
Tapping guys, we need to fight first, okay? And you need to press solar on Husker.
I'll press TP.
Just TP, right? No, brother, TP. Guys, we need to fight first. Let's go fight
Wait.
first. Kill beast.
My BKB is coming. Patience. 5 seconds. Patience, motherfuckers!
I broke the smoke. 5 seconds blank push.
10 second.
Go.
Sekundi tu, boy.
Ah, forget.
Kill beast. Any stance? After all, I will jump. No, bro. Let's go.
Oh yes. We are good down by ops, very good.
Gem. I mean, I saw my Marcy here and then the rest of the team here. I went a bit too fast.
Too many items. Hello.
I gave you this item, come brother, come. Yes it. You need the pressure. 40 seconds, not sure we can push.
A sign from the spirits. You are heard.
I'm pretty sure I can burst this to be more hex up stun.
Has fallen.
I hear and obey.
Yes. Maybe better instead of have just though.
Oh shit, that was bad.
Okay, I can jump, but not the keep on me.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I mean, let's not jump. We can just go bot, yeah?
Push, guys, push. Let's go, push.
Has fallen. The enemy's middle barracks has fallen. The enemy's bottom tower has fallen. The enemy's bottom barracks has fallen.
I have ace, guys.
Enemy's bottom barracks has fallen.
Let's go top here, this area.
So say the spirits. Nothing's changed.
I'm running to gate.
Change direct. I accept your guidance. Granted.
What the fuck?
Can we go, guys? We have 2 siege scripts.
That was crazy.
I can chip in off просто его, но... I'm tipping.
You are heard.
I have gem, how the fuck? That happened.
Oh shit. No, back it on the result.
Radiant structures are
вартка тупо. Само така да не.
Enemies outside.
He's farming Silver Dash. No buyback SF. He got shelved it.
Well played, Bayou. Oh yes. Chill, brother. Saint Babaevsky might.
Yo, who won EPL? Who won? Kalmychata? Oh shit, the next level one. What the fuck? Team next level one. The fuck? I thought for sure Kalmychata or 4 Pirates would win. No, I'm gonna play in Europe for a while. So I'm staying in Georgia with my girlfriend at the moment. Yeah, I mean I played the team next level. We played them and I think we beat them, right? Yeah. I didn't think that they were that good. We only lost because are they the Kunka team? I don't know. There are a few Kunka teams in this fucking Kunka players. Oh, the SF network was actually still good, even though we killed him like twice. Phoenix. First pick TB. What the fuck is this Rinse-Q draft? What the fuck was this draft? They picked TB. First pick TB into second pick Daxia. Like, the fuck? How the fuck did they ban Dawn pick TB into Daxia? That was crazy. That's hella crazy. And then they did Undying against Daxia Task. I don't think Undying is even good in with TB. Cause TB now you would like to play the illusion meta. You don't have the reflect, you don't have the slow. I feel like the Undying TB synergy is not that good now. Three times in a row, really? What the fuck? The game 4 also. Darkseid to TB won. What the fuck is happening? What are these people doing? Ah, game 3 also. Oh, but the TV won this time. Suspicious.
Oh, nice, nice, very nice.
Very suspicious.